There is a profound difference between physical intimacy and making love from the heart. Many people confuse the two, but when a man is truly connected to you emotionally, everything about the way he touches, looks at, and responds to you changes. It is no longer about the act itself, but about the bond it creates. Psychology shows that when men are genuinely in love, they express it not only through words, but through behavior during their most vulnerable moments. These behaviors are not rehearsed or calculated. They come naturally because his heart is leading the experience. Here are 7 things men do when they make love from the heart. The first thing he does is linger with his eyes. When a man is deeply connected, his gaze tells the story. He doesn't look away or rush past the moment. He looks at you as if memorizing your face, studying every detail and absorbing your presence. Eye contact during intimacy has been proven to release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It creates a loop of connection where both partners feel closer with every glance. A man who is making love from the heart will use his eyes as much as his touch, silently communicating feelings that words cannot hold. His gaze says, "You matter. You are safe with me. I want all of you, not just your body." The second thing he does is slow down. When love is present, urgency disappears. Instead of rushing toward an outcome, he savors every step. This is because love shifts his focus from performance to presence. He is not trying to impress or prove, he is trying to connect. He notices your reactions, adjusts to your rhythm, and lets the moment unfold naturally. Science supports this. Men who are emotionally invested show more patience and attentiveness in intimacy. He wants to experience you fully, not just the surface. Slowing down is his way of honoring your body and your emotions, making sure that the moment becomes a shared journey rather than a solo pursuit. The third thing he does is use touch that is tender, not just passionate. Physical desire can often lead to intensity, but when a man is in love, tenderness emerges. He strokes your hair, traces your skin lightly, and holds you as though you are fragile, yet infinitely valuable. Tenderness is a sign of emotional intimacy. It shows that he is not only interested in the physical aspect, but in making you feel cherished. Tender touch communicates safety, affection, and commitment. It bridges the gap between lust and love, turning physical closeness into emotional union. This kind of touch lingers in memory long after the moment ends, because it awakens not only the body, but also the heart. The fourth thing he does is listen to your body. A man who makes love from the heart is not focused solely on his own satisfaction. He pays attention to your breathing, your movements, your sighs. He adjusts based on what you need, not just what he wants. This is because true love carries empathy. He feels connected to your experience and wants to ensure you feel pleasure, comfort, and closeness. Listening to your body requires humility and attentiveness. It means he values your happiness as much as his own. In psychology, this is a sign of deep attachment, the ability to step outside of oneself and prioritize the partner's needs without losing one's own joy. The fifth thing he does is hold you afterward. Many men are stereotyped as turning away after intimacy, but when love is genuine, the opposite happens. He doesn't roll over or rush to sleep. He draws you closer. He keeps his arms around you, kisses your forehead, or plays with your hair. This behavior is driven by oxytocin, which surges in men after loving intimacy. It makes them crave closeness, not distance. For a man making love from the heart, the act is not complete when the physical is done. The afterglow is just as important, because it is when the emotional bond deepens. Holding you afterward says, "This wasn't just sex. This was connection, and I don't want it to end." The sixth thing he does is express vulnerability. Love strips away masks, and during intimacy, vulnerability becomes visible. He may whisper things he never says in the daylight. He may show emotions, like softness in his eyes or even tears, that reveal how much he trusts you. Vulnerability is the truest sign of love because it requires courage. Men are often conditioned to hide their feelings, but when he makes love from the heart, those walls come down. In those moments, you see the man behind the armor, the one who trusts you enough to let go of control. Vulnerability transforms intimacy into something sacred, a meeting not just of bodies, but of souls. The seventh and final thing he does is create a sense of eternity in the moment. When a man is in love, making love is not just physical. It feels timeless. He may whisper about the future, talk about us and forever, or simply make you feel that nothing else exists outside that room. This happens because emotional intimacy changes perception. Time slows down, the world fades, and what remains is a bubble of connection that feels unbreakable. For him, this is not about escape. It is about immersion. He is fully present, not distracted, not elsewhere in his mind. And for you, it feels as though he is giving not just his body, but his entire being. When men make love from the heart, the difference is undeniable. It is not about technique or experience, but about presence, tenderness, vulnerability, and connection. These 7 behaviors, eye contact, slowing down, tender touch, listening to your body, holding you afterward, showing vulnerability, and creating timelessness, are signs that his heart is fully invested. The beauty of this truth is that it reminds us love is not just something spoken. It is something lived, felt, and embodied. When a man's actions in intimacy align with his emotions, you know that what you share is real. It is not performance. It is love in its purest form. And in those moments, you don't just make love, you build a bond that can last a lifetime.